Yo, what's going on, guys? And today I wanted to talk about the Atlanta Hawks and their moves this offseason. They brought the team basically back, and all in all, I think this team is just as good or better than they were last year. Everyone on the team that they brought back, I don't think is going to get worse. I think they can only get better. And the veterans who are older, I think, are just like the same thing. Like they're getting better and deeper. So let's talk about the moves that they did make. And I want to talk about, look, they brought back Lou Williams, and that's basically it. So they got themselves a few players that I think, look, they really did help themselves. And I think this is a team that got a couple players. They got rid of Chris Dunn in the whole Boston Celtics trade, and they got themselves DeLon Wright, okay? And I think it's really, really good. So they sent Tristan Thompson to the Kings for DeLon Wright in that three-team trade. I don't know why that was so hard. So DeLon Wright, Lou Williams, Gorgie Dang are their three primary pickups. And they got rid of Bruno Fernando, who was kind of a bust. I was a UMD fan before I went to the University of Kansas. And I watched a lot of UMD. I thought Bruno Fernando was going to be really good. He looked better than Diamond Stone, and Diamond Stone wasn't drafted. And Bruno Fernando is just a bust. So I like Gorgie Dang. Great pickup right there. Lou Wills it's what they needed. And they got DeLon Wright because DeLon Wright is a decent point guard that people don't really talk about. Now we look at this roster and how does this fit in? So the point guard position, we can all agree Trae Young and DeLon Wright will man that with, probably some Lou Williams and Sharif Cooper mixed in there. Sharif's a two-way contract, so we'll see some Sharif when he's called up from the G League. Then you go over to the shooting guard position, and it's Bogdanovich backed up by Kevin Huerter and probably Lou Williams primarily. And this is where we get to the small forward position, which I think is the most interesting. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, Jalen Johnson, and Solomon Hill round out the depth there. You could also say Danilo Gallinari plays some, small forward occasionally, but I think that is so deep. Cam Reddish and DeAndre Hunter were both injured last year, and DeAndre Hunter was having a breakout year. He was their third option. He was averaging like 17 points a game. He was really putting some work, and I very much did enjoy watching him play basketball. He's very good. And look, I think one of the big problems was just injury. Cam Reddish he could play some shooting guard. He looks like a good 3-and-D guy. DeAndre Hunter looks like a guy who can guard 1 through 5, okay? I really think he can bang against some of these, perimeter-based centers in the league nowadays. And DeAndre Hunter is a great defender, and he's starting to get his shot to fall. While Cam Reddish is a little lengthier, but he can move around. Granted, also, I do believe a player could be traded because they got Jalen Johnson, who I also believe that will be one of their secondary ball handlers in the future. He seems like a guy who could be what we thought Justice Winslow was going to develop into, a guy who's a multi-positional defender, who's a very good ball handler and passer. And those are his three good best skills. And then hopefully his shooting comes around and he can hit like 36% for his career from three, which I think everyone would very much enjoy. Now, look, I think this team has a lot going for them. Then I really like the Trae Young being backed up by DeLon Wright, a guy who plays defense. He can pass the ball, he can dribble, and he's a good, solid backup point guard, better than Chris Dunn, better than what they got from Lou Wills last year. And Lou Wills will be their 10 to 15 minute a game 6-man they have that will just come in and be told to score. Now, John Collins, they had originally offered him a 4-year, $98 or $90 million contract, which, that would have been 20-something a year. So they didn't really overpay him. They're only paying him $21.5 million. Granted, I wish that they had front-loaded that. And he's only costing them 13.6% of the cap, which, yes, that is the most. They're paying Danilo Gallinari 12.9% of the cap, Bogdanovich 11.4%, and Clint Capella 11.7%. And then you have, of course, the Trae Young deal that he just signed worth $172.555 million. So that, contracts will be moved after this season to keep them growing. But keeping John Collins there, great. They didn't have to overpay him. I think they gave him what he's worth. And he's their power forward and small ball five, I believe. And Danielle Gallinari backing up, stretching the floor. Onyeka Okongwu, I really think, is a five who can play some four. He's athletic enough to play the four and switch over, but I think he's more of a five, and I think he's the replacement plan for Clint Capella. I think the first contract that they would move from is probably either Danielle Gallinari and then Clint Capella, because Danielle Gallinari is being paid $20.4 million. And yes, he's only guaranteed, I'm pretty sure, like next year, $5 million. So Danielle Gallinari will probably be the contract most likely moved. And the rumors are said that the Minnesota Timberwolves very much want him. And look, I think besides that, you got yourselves Danielle Gallinari for another year. And if they feel like Onyeka Okongwu at some point could replace our man Clint Capella, they'll do it to move off from that contract. Why would you? I would. Like, why keep paying this man, you know? Ain't no point. So I want to hear those beautiful thoughts, guys, down below. What do you guys think of the offseason so far? I think it was a very productive one that I won't call them winners, but I think they improved the team, or at least the team is still going to be similar to this team last year that Nick McMillan and Trae Young took to the NBA Finals, you know? Like, that's where I sit here and I'm like, I think they did good. They did good for my standards. So I want to hear those beautiful thoughts down below, ladies and gentlemen. What do you guys think? Is there stuff that they need to do that maybe I didn't discuss? Are there moves that still could be made? I want to hear them. I think personally I think just talking about the NBA in general is just fun. I love it. And I love hearing your guys' opinions. So again, guys, if you guys did enjoy this video, hit that like and subscribe button. It means the world to me. But we're moving up into an 8-minute marker. Guys, I'm at my parents'. I'm actually leaving tomorrow. So I do have to actually make some videos for tomorrow. Fuck me. I didn't even think about that. But I probably should. So I'm going to have to make one more video at least here. Maybe even two. I don't even know. Probably going to make two. Probably before I go to sleep. Not looking forward to that at all. So yeah, there's that. We're just milking this to 8 minutes at this point, and you're just like, huh. 8 minutes is a lot longer than I remembered, you know? But that's actually true. 8 minutes is like so much longer than like one would ever imagine, okay? Like, if you guys think 8 minutes is not long, holy crap, you guys are in for a while. 8 minutes goes by so much slower than you ever thought it would. That's it.